All right, hello guys. So I titled this Black Women Celebrities Defend Black Male Predators. And the celebrities I'm talking about are specifically Taraji P Henson and Erykah Badu. Okay? And I want to say this too. Not of a lot of the reasons why now, but it was a time a couple of years ago that I would always wonder why it was so much bashing of black women, so much abuse of black women, and so many black women going missing, little black girls going missing, sex trafficking, and you would hear it worldwide. You would hear about these girls getting raped on Facebook Live, and the videos would go viral. Um, these girls would go missing in Washington. These girls would go missing in Chicago, and let's not forget about the 64,000 black women that went missing. Just so much that happened to black women. And I would just kind of wonder why black women celebrities were so silent. I wonder, is it so they can try to secure their job? Are they so afraid of black men turning on them because they depend on black men for their survival? Or are they just that they don't care? Which one is it? So I would just ask myself that question. And people would always say, well, maybe they're not aware, but the way that black men have really abused and bashed black women just on Facebook and YouTube alone over the last decade, 10 plus years, is enough for really people that's not even in the United States. Well, because YouTube is a worldwide platform, but it's enough for so many people to know about it. When you have so many non-black people that are aware of how badly black women are being bashed, and why don't other black women, why aren't they aware of it? Okay, so I would just ask that question. So I want to go into how these ladies stuck their neck out for R. Kelly. Okay, because they were silent. They're silent on so many things that happen to black women and girls. Okay, and you know what I said in the last couple of videos, I stopped being emotionally invested in this stuff because you kind of, because unless there's going to be a solution to the problem, it's not saying that that they are unworthy. The point is that unless there's a solution, you don't want to keep expending your energy like that and being upset over every little story, even if the person is innocent. That's not really the point. You don't want to keep expending your energy on every little story, knowing good well there's just not enough support from black women. And trust me, you have some black women with some serious resources. For example, see Dolores Tucker and other ones that have some major clout, that have some major resources, and they still could not get the support of black women when it came to the abuse of other black women and standing up against the abuse. Some of them have even started petitions and couldn't get a lot of support from other black women. Okay, so that's why I say, and I'm gonna get to this article, but that's why I say be careful just being emotionally invested in black women and girls at this time. It's not to say that their lives don't matter, because it most certainly does matter. Okay, their lives most certainly do matter. Okay, but the problem is that it goes in vain if there's no solutions. Okay, and unless you're gonna form alliances with some non-black people, because that's the only way right now in 2019 something is going to be done about it, is to form alliances with non-black people, because there's too many black women right now that do not care. And we already know the black men ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, so no need to talking about that, because that's a dead horse, and that's something that's a broken record. Okay, we already know black men ain't gonna do nothing, but now we know the black women ain't gonna do nothing. And so to constantly be emotionally invested and upset every time something happens is in vain if you don't have a solution, and you're just lowering your vibration and using up all your energy for no reason. And I've gotten to the point where I had to learn to have balance with that. Okay, because it's just bringing you down. It's constantly keeping you in a low state, keeping you in a dense, very, very dense energies. Okay, really keeping you from ascending. For what? Because what's going to be done about it? But I want to get into Taraji P Henson, this article from page 6 about Taraji P Henson's tweet and how she got backlash from because she compared R. Kelly to Harvey Weinstein. Okay, so this is an article from page 6. It was posted on January 20th, 2019 at I think it's 9:38 a.m. Okay, and the author is Francesca Baccardi. That's the author of this page 6 article. So it is titled, Taraji P Henson faces backlash after comparing R. Kelly to Harvey Weinstein. Taraji P Henson sparked outrage and confusion after she compared the use of the hashtag mute R. Kelly hashtag to hashtag mute Weinstein and hashtag mute Harvey Weinstein. In since deleted Instagram story posts, the Empire star called out the lack of posts calling for the muting of the disgraced Hollywood mogul, who is set to stand trial in May for sexual assault. However, the hashtag mute R. Kelly hashtag went viral after Lifetime's docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly, which followed the stories of several victims who accused the world's greatest crooner of sexual abuse and predation. Confused Twitter users came forward to call out Henson, who they believe missed the entire point of the hashtags. So one Twitter user says, in quote, so if mute Weinstein had just as many posts as R. Kelly, would that change Taraji's opinion? I'm confused, end quote. Okay. Another Twitter user says, quote, mute R. Kelly is an actual campaign with an accompanying hashtag. There is no such Harvey Weinstein hashtag, so there is no point to be made here. Taraji, there's no point to be made here, Taraji. As if Weinstein still has the public support. This is disappointing as F. End quote. Even the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly, who's named Dream Hampton, chimed in on the conversation. Dream Hampton says, quote, no idea why Taraji Henson wouldn't know that there are not one, but 2 projects about Harvey Weinstein. But this is an oft-invoked deflection. While I care about the Hollywood stars Weinstein abused, I care more about Asante, Kitty, Johanna, Lisette, Oswald, and Roy, and others, even more. End quote. That's what the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly said. And Hampton also tweeted, plus Weinstein is on trial for rape. Okay. Another user compared Henson to Erykah Badu, who over the weekend seemingly defended R. Kelly's actions. So here's what a Twitter person said, quote, Erykah Badu reduced R. Kelly's crimes to poor choices. Taraji P Henson made a false equivalency between him and Harvey Weinstein. The aunties are really exposing their internalized misogynoir, and I can't deal, end quote. And then they said, black girls deserve better. All right. Eventually, Henson tried to clarify the message her Instagram stories were intended to relay. And so Taraji P Henson last tweet was this: let me be clear. R. Kelly is guilty and wrong and should be muted, period. End quote from Taraji P Henson. All right. So that's the end of that article. So she goes to clean up her mess by saying, R. Kelly, let her be clear. R. Kelly is guilty and wrong and should be muted, period. See, here's the problem that I have with Taraji P Henson and her comparing R. Kelly to Weinstein, once again trying to victimize the black man. Okay. in the midst of her talking about why Harvey Weinstein didn't have as many posts about muting him as R. Kelly did, in the midst of that, why didn't she show any kind of sympathy for the victims? Did she show any kind of sympathy for the victims in the midst of her trying to defend a black man that she feel like the system of white supremacy is trying to oppress? Did she for a second even say anything about the victims at all? Okay. And as far as Erykah Badu coming about poor choices, I think she also said something about Adolf Hitler. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you know, some people might want to say that yes, she defended R. Kelly, but I mean, I think she defended Hitler too. So I think Erykah Badu has you know, just a way of thinking that's different from people. Okay, even though I don't agree with her reducing R. Kelly's actions to poor choices, because some poor choices you can get away with, and some poor choices go on for so long that they have consequences to it. Okay, and see, here's the thing about it. People want to get defensive, like, oh, you're judging R. Kelly as a person. I get off the moral mess, because I've learned to not care about morals. No, justice has to be served. He had these ladies in a like a sex dungeon. It's like he was running a cult. Okay, and he had young ladies, underage girls, hostages. That is not poor choices. That's you can't reduce this to robbing a liquor store. You cannot do that. You cannot reduce him having black girls. Not that, I haven't seen the docuseries, but I mean, I've heard about the stories. You can't reduce him holding these girls hostages, handcuffing them and beating on them and doing all kinds of stuff to them. You can't reduce that to poor choices as if he robbed a bank or something, or if he just you know, did something minor. No, this is very major what he did, and this is it has to be consequences for that, and it's not about judging him as a person. People need to get off the whole moral. Stop being so moral. It's not about judging him as a person. It's about judging the actual crime. Who cares who he is as a person? I don't care. I don't care who he is. I don't care what he did when he was 5. I don't care about if he could play basketball. I don't care who he is as a person. I don't care. That does not matter. When a judge is when the verdict is in, the judge don't care about him going to an after school program and how the class liked him. Nobody's going to care. So get off this moral stuff. You know, it's about judging the actual act of what he did, not him as a person. I don't care about him as a person. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to read this article. And the reason why I read the article is because, you know, these ladies finally speak out, but they speak out when it's time when they want to defend a predator of all people. I mean, they already defended, you know, black men who were shot by cops, although they never say anything about black women who get abused. Like, literally open mouths. These celebrity black women do not open their mouths when things happen to black women. You have regular, average black women on YouTube and blogs that speak out about what happened to black women. But these celebrity black women, they do not speak out at all, ever. When something happens to black women and girls, they don't say anything. Okay? And then finally, when they speak out in defense of a black male predator and then compare him to a white man. So not only have you lost a lot of respect from a lot of black women, but you lost respect from the white sector too. Okay, from white producers. I think she just, I mean, it's not looking good. And I'm going to tell you, I've stopped watching black movies a long time ago. And it's not because I have anything against black movies. I just lost interest in it. So it's not about me being so angry with black people that I don't support black movies. Honestly, I'm not interested in the storylines, because a lot of the storylines tend to be the same. It's usually about somebody struggling, a woman is struggling, and she trying to hold up the man because the system oppressing the man, or some comedy, some romantic comedy, or just it's the storylines that just don't interest me anymore, and that's why I just stopped watching black movies. Or it's about some kind of thriller about but the storyline is still not creative to me. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate, but we might have to stop. We really might have to stop supporting some of our favorite actresses. Okay, because right now supporting Taraji Henson is no different than supporting Kevin Hart, no different from supporting Tommy Sotomayor. I mean, she didn't have a care in the world about these young girls who are victims. She worried about this black man being persecuted. She worried about the black man being persecuted, knowing goodness well this man had a sex cult with underage girls and abusing them for years. But you worried about him being a black man and comparing him to a white man. Okay? But anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you soon.